Today we are going to discuss about second unit, product design. What is in product design? What is the importance of the product design? So in particularly in production systems, okay, the product design means the product is the good which is required for the customers, which is required for the customers. If the product is satisfied to the customers, definitely the product sale will be going on increasing. Product maybe survival is very good. Okay, and more customers will be maybe attracted towards that product. So the product design is concerned. The product design is functionality point of view design and making point of view design and attraction of the customers, that is selling point of design, selling point of design. Okay, so product design is concerned that maybe in many business ventures, product design is the first step immediately after accepting the concept of a product. Product design has a direct bearing on plant layout in process of material flow. In the process of product design, one has no critically analyze different design features with relevance no place of use. Substitute material, carefully plan the equipment alternatives for the manufacturing. Therefore, the purpose of product design analysis is determining the specifying products that will profitable to manufacture, distributors, and will human satisfaction. That is more important, human satisfaction. Okay, so this business is customer centric. So the customer centric means customers should be maybe attracted, maybe comfortable. So that's why. So the various aspects of product design. So design for function, design for making, design for selling. Design for function means what is the purpose of that maybe product that we are going to be designed. If it is designed for particularly when you are taking the example, a refrigerator, a cooler, water cooler is designed for cooling the water. Instead of that cooling, if it is heating, it may not satisfy the customers. Okay, so if a product must perform the expected level of functionality to that maybe the customers, that is customer expectations. Okay, if a product is designed by taking the functional features into account, then it will create satisfy the customers and will further lead to having more repeat customers will be repeat customer are going increasing. So the factors which are to be considered in functional design are strength and variability, and as well as maybe and product and other components. Okay, and next concept is design for making. Design for making means, so some of the resources cannot be support that maybe producing a particular product which you are going to imagine. That suppose when you are going to design the complicated component as per the requirement of the customers, but the resources maybe just like equipments and as well as maybe the people who are involved in that maybe making aspects are not that much expert, and the tools may not be support, and material also not good, environment also not good, that definitely. So we need to just like maybe adjust to that maybe existing resources for fulfill the requirement of the customers. In product design, that solve the functional problems smoothly, but impossible to manufacturing. That is a major problem. So it is no use. Attention must be given to material, fastening devices, other components. So the hardness of the material specified design state must be within the permitted range of machining or not. If it is not, that particular material is not suitable for that existing machines, definitely we need to check the alternatives. Some of the complicated shapes which are not possible to produce in that maybe general existing resources, missions or equipments, other tools. So definitely we need to think over that maybe other alternatives. So that's why we always think over that which is an alternative. How can you just like adjust with that maybe with the resources? Of course, definitely when there is a required, when there is a demand, definitely we can procure the more resources for maybe effect of the customers requirements. Okay, and third one is design for selling. Design for selling means if functionality is okay, and just like and as well as making also everything is done. Okay, if it is not attractable to the customers, so it may not be just like maybe survival in the market itself. Okay, design for selling means it intention is look good, feel good, feel good. It attracts more customers. Okay, and it gives more comfort to that maybe customers in the maybe appearance point of view. So this is nothing but call as selling a product that function well and easy to make, but they wanted to no one is to know avail. It makes a difference whether the product is as per the CNC, as per is a pen or a maybe CNC machine. It has to sell itself to the customers. So we need to attract the customers. That is the more important in the any aspects. Okay. So here you know that what are the trends in the product design? What are the trends in the product design? So customer satisfaction is the major trend. So design the product services that user friendly. Definitely the customer will be more customers will attracted. Reducing the time to introduce, produce a new product or services. Okay. So when you are producing the PhD degree in the 6 months, it is not possible, right? So as early as possible, maybe if you are going to produce that maybe any product, so when there is a need, when there is a need, okay. So earlierly maybe we have a lot of demand for the two-in-ones, or maybe two-in-ones, or maybe radios, and after that maybe TVs come into the pictures. Okay, CRT tube maybe TVs are there. Then on LCDs monitors are there. Then after that LED. Now the trend is going on LEDs. Still the people are maybe attracted towards that maybe computers and laptops. Okay, the demand is going on increasing because so if the people are who are producing, like when you are taking the example, Sony people are manufacturing only maybe TVs or maybe other electronic devices. Okay, so but the demand for laptops and computers are going on increasing. That's why the Sony people also enter into the market. So reducing the time to introduce, they are want to introduce that maybe new product. If it is a monopoly, the product success is very good. If it is maybe just like maybe competitive market, definitely we need to produce the very good quality product to satisfy the customers. The organization's capability to produce or deliver the right item on right time. Right item on right time. Okay. Environmental concerns. Design products that will be use less material, and environmental comfortness. Okay. Almost all the IT industries are located earlier in the Bangalore only. Okay, but that environmental effect means suppose we know that, so that should be a comfort to that maybe particularly environment, maybe cool area, and particularly and other aspects we need to consider it, right? And second one is product and service design. Product and service design. So the major factors in the product and service design. What are the factors that you are going to be considered? Okay, the factors are cost, quality, time to market, customer satisfaction, competitive advantage. Okay, the major factors in the design strategy. So if you are just like take much care and maybe full maybe show that maybe full efforts to just like maybe extraordinary design, the cost of that maybe product will be going and increasing. If we have a in market there is a TV market, maybe just like color TV markets are there, so maybe LED TVs, and maybe one particular company, and we have a so many companies like Samsung and Sony and some other companies, and the same design, then the MI company which is in the come into the market, and they will give the better features for the less than half of that price. Okay, so if the cost is reduced, definitely you know that what is the market of that maybe MI in the mobile sections as well as maybe televisions. Okay, quality point of view, that is also important. Monitor maybe Samsung, we know the very good quality, that's why the cost also definitely increasing. So quality, it will give you that maybe more repetitive customers, repetitive customers. It will give that maybe more impress to the customers. Okay, and believability, confidence in that in your product. Okay, and time to market. Time to market when you are producing something, when you are producing something, and that is the time to just like marketing. When there is a demand, at that time you need to just like suppose. So we have a seasonal products are there, maybe thumbs up or something else. Okay, there is a demand fluctuations existing in the throughout the year span. Maybe one period, winter period, or maybe just like rainy period, the demand is not that much, and summer period, the demand for particular maybe just like maybe specific cool drinks are more. Okay, when there is a requirement at the time, just we need to catch up the market. There is a time to market it. Okay, to catch up the market, we need to plan it before how much maybe just like earlier we are going to start this, and then customer satisfaction. You know that. So now almost all the businesses are just like customer centric. They can spell it, customer is God. When the customer is satisfied, your business is successful. Okay. So that's why customer satisfaction is concerned with the maybe functionality point of view and outlook point of view. Okay. At the same time, after selling the product, we need to give that maybe very good services for the long time. Okay. And competitive advantages. Competitive advantages maybe when you are comparing the other brands, when your particular product will be more advantage, because almost all the people have maybe desire to buy that maybe iPhone. The cost of iPhone is more, maybe Apple or something else. Okay. The same features which are maybe just like imbibed and are maybe just like developed by the MI people and dumped into the market, which is a one fourth or maybe just like one third of that maybe cost of that maybe actual regular mobile phones. Definitely, it will give a better competitive advantage. Okay, so the price point of view and features point of view. So definitely, most of the customers will be attracting more here. Okay, and this is the major factors too while going to design of the said product, maybe cost factor, quality factor, and when you are going to time factor, and just like customer satisfaction, competitive advantage. If there is no competitors are there, so whatever the design, that is a monopoly market, you can easily survive, right? Then activities of product or service designs. So translate the customer wants and needs into the products and service requirements. Okay, either service or product that we are going to, either services means banks are provide the services, insurance also provides the service, hospital industries are provide the services. We need to design the services for that maybe customers, maybe just like some corporate hospitals which are designed that maybe services like Apollo, yes, they design the services to the patients, how well they are designing it. Okay, that will always attracting the customers. Refine the existing products and services. Definitely, we need to just like refine it. What are the existing products are there, and what are the advantages? Maybe just like cost factor and maybe drawbacks and issues are in that particular product. And when you are going to just like rectifying that issues, again the product demand in the market is going on increasing. Develop a new products and services. Develop a new product and services. We need to just always maybe just like innovation is necessity of mother of invention. Okay, necessity of innovation. So when there is a requirement, so we need to just like maybe innovate the new things. So necessity is the mother of invention. When there is a necessity, so particularly when you are find that maybe there is a lagging in that maybe particularly, and there is a gap between that maybe customer requirements, customer desires, and the existing products. That gaps when you are ready to fill it, then maybe a new product, new product. Okay, that innovation is always inevitable in the market. There is a new trend of products will be coming to the picture. Definitely, customer will be attracted. Either services or something. You know that banking service earlier we have a convention. We need to just like attend the banks for getting the benefits or services. But we need not to maybe enter into the banks. Even though when you are sitting simple in your home, any corner, we can just have a phone with a network. Definitely, we can able to operate the your banking system. Whatever things you want. Okay. Formulate means what is the quality of the goods that you are going to be expecting, and what is the cost targets. So we know that there is a B market, A market, B market, C market. Suppose when you are going to design the product, you need to just like targeting the what type of market. If it is A market, so the people are very less, maybe just like more and maybe costlier people, maybe just like they can able to purchase maybe whatever extent the cost will be existing. They expecting more quality. So we need to just like balancing between the quality and the cost factor. Okay, so it depends upon the environment, maybe just like market area that we are going to be just like planned. Construct and test prototypes. Construct and test prototype. Document specifications. What are the document specifications that we are going to just analyze? So these are the activities of product and service designs. Okay, what are the modules of that product design? So definitely the total product design will be divided into the small maybe small modules. Okay, so we just like finish up that modules, link up these all these modules. Will be at the finally that particular product will be designed. Okay, the first stage. So which we need to consider, that may be called as a process planning design. Process planning. What is a process planning design? Okay, when you are going to just like design a pen or a aeroplane, whatever may be the thing. First thing is what are the subcomponents are required. Okay. And what is the way of producing that pen or airplane? Suppose we have a 200 subcomponents is there, and each subcomponent has its individual own manufacturing methodology. Okay. The process planning means when you want to process the particular product. So when you are going to pick up the material, when you are going to load the raw material in the machine itself, when you are going to start the first operation, when you are going to just like finish the first operation, then when you are going to start the first operation, second operation, like that. So we are process. What are the resources and maybe just like tools are required? Okay, when the when the machines are overloaded, when the machines are underloaded. Okay, so where we need to locate the machines, because suppose if the machines are located in the layout itself very far, that is also difficult. Okay, so process planning and design is concerned that so it is the process aspects, maybe just like what are the process and way of approach of manufacturing of that particular product. So that can be designed in detail by using that maybe various scheduling techniques, or maybe just like line balancing technique, or maybe just like we can call it the project management aspects, we can use it there itself. Okay, then value analysis. So the value analysis concern with maybe there is a value concern for the alternatives, maybe just like when you are going to produce that product. Okay, what are subcomponents are required, what is the importance of that particular subcomponent, what is the value of that subcomponent, is there any alternatives are existing on the subcomponent. So based on that, so maybe just like in that earlier industry flooring as maybe asbestos, asbestos, we know that we have and tar material also we can use that maybe, and which is an important, which is maybe availability in the market. Based on that, that value is given considered. So based on the demand, we can choose that alternative, because we know that present in medical industries, those people, especially dentists, they are using that maybe metal, or maybe just especially metals like gold, silver, or steel for teeth making, especially teeth which we need to implant in that particularly, which are maybe ruined out in particularly human beings. Okay, for that, so the people are identified. It's not that much comfortable, and formation of that metal tools also difficult. And just like if it is when you want to just like shape it to particular design, that is also difficult. So that's why just they are going to just like design that maybe and manufacturing the ceramic product like that. Maybe we always consider that maybe some value analysis with the alternatives. What is the alternate, general alternate? Instead of metals, we can use the ceramics, the type tools also. Okay, like that. And other one is standardization and simplification. What is the standardization and simplification? While going to design of either process or product, that should be a standard. That should be a standard. The length of the chain for any type of any company of the cycle, the length of the chain between that maybe just we know that, and driver to that maybe driven, driver to the follower, that pedal to that maybe particular back wheel should be a standard length. It should not change whether whatever may be the cycle. Okay, so that time the component. So if it is standardization, definitely the components and spare parts may be available in the market is very good. Okay, and there is a service requirement, repair requirement, we can able to put. And the methodology, the application point of view, methodology is also standardized, which cannot be just like create any much problems. Okay, and simplify means, so while going to design a product, it should be simplified to the easily able to understood that maybe customers, because you know that earlier the some Sansu TV is there, so we need to programming it, because that is difficult for average people who are not that much educated, because they are not maybe programmers. Okay, but what will happen later? Maybe some of the companies they just like convert that maybe a remote sensing, just like remote they are using for control their to with a friendly atmosphere. Now that is also difficult to just like identify that maybe illiterate people. So that's why just they can spell out in the, so nearer to that maybe particularly remote, so that can recognize the voice based on that maybe voice boards, that automatically the TV can just like change the channels. Okay, so that is that much simplification, which is maybe feel that customers, as you know that earlierly when you want to just like use that maybe phone, we need to press the some numbers or this, but we have a smartphones which is more comfortable, anyone can operate okay easily. And make or buy analysis concern, make or buy analysis. So what is a making and what is a buying? Make or buy analysis means, suppose we know that, and in Nippo batteries they are going to just like manufacture the batteries like A size, double A size, triple A size batteries. Okay, which are used in the various electronic devices. When you want to just like produce this one, maybe that particular cell has 32 components. All the 32 components cannot be produced inside the industry. Some components are maybe procured from the outside the industry. Some components may be produced inside the industry. Why? So there is basic reason is, So suppose when you need only few goods, that is the, so instead of making, buying is better, because we need to start that maybe a sister concern or plant, and recruiting the people, we need to pay the salaries, and maybe operation of that maybe particular concern, it is difficult. Instead of that, just we can buy the particular goods and dump into the market, maybe just like use, maybe prepare that my final product, and we can dump it. That is one thing. And making is, suppose we have a resources, and or maybe just like you can able to arrange the resources, that is not at all a problem for, based on that maybe your financial constraint. Okay. And when you are feel that maybe the units which are required is in the bulk in order. So in the Nipo batteries, so they are going to manufacture the metal cover batteries, and as well as maybe paper cover batteries also. Okay. So these paper cover batteries sheets, just like cups, will be maybe manufactured, maybe supplied by the some SRM industries nearby the Nipo batteries. But what about metal covers, which are internally they are produced. Okay. So that's why they can see that maybe if it is a requirement is huge and making is better than buying, then definitely we are going to just like follow that making policy. Okay. But we need few goods, and we don't want to take the much efforts to control the employees and maybe other problems. Okay. Then we'll go for the buying decisions. Okay. So that's why when you are going to just like maybe design up, when either buying is better or making is better, either subcomponents or main product, whatever may be the things, based on that way. And then next one is ergonomic consideration means, so what is the ergonomic consideration? So here the ergonomic consideration is nothing but called as the human engineering. So while going to design of any devices, that should be within the limits of that human engineering. Comfortable. Suppose you know that when you want to just like operate the steering of any vehicle, it should be a 45 degrees comfortable. We can sit there, and we can able to operate. Sometimes maybe a old tractors, maybe, which are particularly still some of the municipalities they are using that. So the steering is in vertical. So definitely the people has put the more efforts and maybe more strain maybe at the shoulders itself. Okay. So that's why we need to consider the average ergonomic of a human being. Based on that, we can arrange the switches and other operation aspects. And in product will be definitely comfortable. If it is a switch is there, which is difficult to just like press it, that is a problem. Okay. Then the concurrent engineering, which is maybe concerned with that maybe concept in all the aspects which are related to that maybe. So these product design, right? And then what are the steps of that product design? What are the steps of the product design that we are going to follow it? First one is synthesis, and second one is sketching, analyzing, selection, basic engineering, detail design, prototype, manufacturing, operation, and product development. Okay, so these are the different stages. Synthesis means, so first thing is we need to just like generate the idea generation. Who is the who is the targeted people? Maybe just like who are the customers? Maybe just like A class people, or B class people, or C class people, or maybe educators, or maybe illiterate. So here we need to just like synthesize the data is concerned for the material, and maybe just like other aspects, design aspects, marketing aspects of that particular product. Okay. And customer attitudes, and just like other materials available in the market, evaluation of that materials, and just like we can choose the best material, and life of the product. So everything will be synthesized maybe in that maybe single point of, and that idea which is synthesized, and based on the customer requirements, the functionalities required, and to reach that functionalities, what type of units, subcomponents are required, what type of main product is required, and what is that main component, that making that main component, what are the subcomponents are required. Okay. Based on that, we need to planning that maybe just like particularly. So the sketching means, in synthesis we can just like amalgamation of all the aspects, synthesize it, and then we can idea can be generated. Based on the idea, which is maybe towards the customer centric. Okay. We can just like rather drafting, maybe just like the plan which we need to just like following it. The plan is for maybe what type of component, maybe 2D blueprint diagram of that particular product will be just like ready. Then analyze that particular design, maybe just like we can make the sketching, every pinpoint we can analyze. So what is the purpose of this component? So is there any possibility to maybe change, remove, or stop down usage of that particular product? maybe that functionality can be take over by that maybe other sub component. So that is also maybe analyzing aspects. Okay, what are the strengths are existing? Okay, now what is the life of that product? Okay, what environment it can be just like working. So that is nothing but analyzing of all these designs. Okay, then we can able to just like selection of that particular design, product design. We are going to selection it. Then selection, after selection, basic engineering aspects. What is the basic engineering aspects? So when you want to reach that product, when you are going to produce that product, what are the basic aspects? Whether it is electrical aspect problem, or maybe just like robotics problem, or maybe mechanical problem, or production oriented, or industrial oriented, or maybe electronics, or maybe any type of people who are involved. Basic, maybe the basic engineering aspects they can able to design it. What is the process? Maybe like maybe molding, collection of the raw material for the molten metal in that maybe furnace division, and that we can call it, just convert it to that maybe required product shapes that may be dumped in the market. Maybe very good quality, definitely very good quality material, definitely produce that maybe qualitative products, right? And then detailed design. The detailed design is concerned. What is the detailed design? So each intricate part detailed design. What is the screw size? What are that maybe a hole internally manhole existing in that one? Okay. What are the different aspects we need to cover in that maybe dimensions of that particular? So in detail designs that will give that maybe particularly. Okay. And then we can just produce that maybe a prototype. Prototype is nothing but called as just like a small component which is we can virtually preparing that, or sometimes that maybe a small component of big component. Suppose when I want to just like check that maybe airplane, that may be a small airplane which can be just like prepared and tested in the water and somewhere else. Okay, so that prototype preparation is just like we can check it whether the product is reliable and reliable, that we can just like follow it. Then after that we are going to start the manufacturing, that you are imagine that this is a suitable and manufacturing scenario. Just we can see that what type of tools we are going to use it. But definitely the first stage of the product design itself we can discuss it already. So what are the tools are required, what is the process methodologies that you are going to be just like, if it is required there may be layouts also change. Okay, so that is manufacturing scenarios. Then operation, we can start that operation and that may be manufacturing of that particular product. Okay, then final product is developed, that the product will be checked checked in the few times, maybe just like maybe number of times, and if it is okay then mark it as okay and dump into the market. Okay, like that, these are the various steps of that maybe product design. Okay, then what about the process planning? First, process planning is the preparatory step before manufacturing. Suppose before going to manufacturing something, so this is an preparatory section which determines the sequence of operations or process needed to produce a part and assembly. Okay, what are the sequence of operations are required? Suppose when you want to just like make the bolt and nut, already we are familiar with this bolt and nut manufacturing. Okay, so this is the sequence of collection of material, load the material on the machine itself, and then facing operation, turning, maybe turning one turning is not sufficient. Maybe more than maybe one or two, three are based on that maybe of stock you are going to be removed. Okay, and finally we can farting that, tear down that, and we can check it once again, and as per specification we can accept it, send into the market itself. Okay, so the process means what are the process steps that we are going to follow in the process, what are the ways that we are going to just like manufacturing it. Okay, so what are the process planning defined as schema general? Okay, it defined as the conversion of design data into that maybe real time product. Okay, so it's systematic approach determine the material by which the product to be manufactured economically and competitively. Competitive should be more competitive advantage. That is very very important, because so there is a maybe market competitors are there who can produce the high quality goods better than you. So definitely the customers will attract to you. So devising means just like we can able to just like arranging it properly. Okay, so maybe which mission is first located, which mission is secondly located, what is the sequence of based on the sequence of operations we can allocating the mission. Then selecting that particular design. Okay, specifying the process, and just like we can maybe just like readying that maybe mission tools, and then we can convert the raw material into the finished products. Okay, so here the process planning is also concerned with that maybe manufacturing planning, how to manufacturing that one, and just like when to manufacturing that one, particularly what type of components are required, how many number of components we are going to produce. Okay. Material processing means, so what is the sequence of operations we are going to convert the raw material to the final product. Processing things, that also. And mission routing means when the mission one is maybe loaded, when the mission one is up, maybe just like down. Okay. There is a maybe 8 hour shift we need to produce, and maybe 20 or 30 pieces. Maybe definitely the first component, maybe first stage, 2 minutes or 3 minutes it takes. Okay. So based on that, we need to plan it. Based on that also, just we can automations, maybe we need to program it, plan it properly. Okay. Then the concept of process planning. That concept of process planning, which is concerned that, okay, here the product design. Okay. Here it is specialization requirement generally, and the specifications and what are the specifications and specifications and requirements, and process planning, then operation programming, and verification, scheduling, execution. Okay. Again, it is connected to the process, mission, machines and knowledge, and scheduling knowledge. Okay. So these are maybe linked together. First of all, we need to just like know the scheduling knowledge, and just like scheduling aspects, and what is the missions that we are going to use, what is that maybe exact condition of that missions, what is the capability of that missions, and what are the sequence of operations where that particular operations will be performed in the mission itself. Everything should be just like covered in that, maybe which we reach out maybe properly in that, maybe cover all the areas. We can definitely reach that maybe very good product design. Okay. Then process planning is the activities that are associated with the process planning. So these are the few activities. List of operations to be performed and their sequence. First of all, we need to identify what are the list of operations we are going to perform. So we need to assist maybe just like follow that sequence. We can maybe just like check it. Okay, performed and their sequence. What are the sequence? What is the first operation? Facing is the first operation. Maybe turning is the first operation. Maybe rolling is the second operation. Like maybe third operation, like that. We need to follow it. Okay. Then specifications of missions and equipment required. Specifications of missions and equipment required. So what are the specifications of missions? Okay. And equipments that are required. So specifications of missions required means, so what are the specifications means, that is what is the lathe is not 1 meter length or 4 meter lengths are required, and what is the general capability of that particular equipment, and what the special equipments that were required, that we need to follow it. Okay. Necessary tooling, jig and fixers. Necessary tooling, jigs and fixtures. Necessary tooling, jigs and fixtures. Okay. So we need to properly design. What is the purpose of jigs and fixtures? To hold the device, maybe workpiece, as well as maybe to hold the tool also. If it is tool and workpiece are both are rigidly fixed. Okay. When there is a operation stage, when the tool is contacted, which is rotating job, definitely there may be a vibrations are generated. There may be a chances to vibrations are generated. Okay. So to maybe vibrations will be cannot be just like stable condition. That's why the machining is not good, carried good condition, right? So that is the one aspect, right? And other one is give the give the manufacturing details with respect to the feed, speed, and depth of cut, and for each operations we need to follow that, maybe what is the depth of cut and how many passes are required. Maybe one pass, one cut is required. Maybe more number of cuts are required. More rough cuts are there. More finished cuts are there. More normal cuts are there. That we need to analyze in that maybe process planning. Okay. And factors affecting the process planning. So what are the factors that we are going to be considered? Volume of production. Volume of production. What is the size of the products that we are going to produce? Based on the volume of productions, definitely. So we need to follow some schedule dates. It may be delayed. Okay. If it is huge quantity, definitely we need to take care about that, maybe without delays. Maybe and wastage of material in the case of maybe some rejection and mistakes which are done maybe particularly inside the organization, maybe factory. Okay. Delivery dates of the products, because that is very very important. So the process plan is concentrate on maybe scheduling or mission routing. Maybe just definitely do that. Maybe what is the total duration of the particular product we are going to produce. Based on that only we can fix the due dates to the customers. Okay. Based on only we can supply the goods to the customers based on the requirements. Okay. Skills and expertise of manpower. Skills and expertise of manpower. What is the skills and expertizations are required? Okay. Accuracy and process capability of the missions. Maybe what extent quality. We know that earlier we have a maybe If it is 1 lakh pieces, maybe at 100 or 200 pieces will be defect. Present we are Six Sigma concepts, we are following it. Okay, maybe a 0.001 defective in 1 million pieces. That means very good quality, very good quality. The cost concern with that wastage will be ready. Definitely the quality cost will be increasing, but the long run it is a profitable. Okay, and what are the skills and experience, expertise is required for that making of particular product in the manpower itself. So if already they have that expertization and technical the skills, and definitely they will directly involved in the projects or maybe works. Okay, otherwise, so the company will give that maybe proper training to that people, and they can increasing they can encourage the workers. They just like they sustain their knowledge. Okay, and other one is material specifications. What size of material that is available in the market? If it is when you are alter the material, is there any chances to reducing the price? Okay, and how long it can be withstand? So that aspects also, which is like we can consider as a accuracy of the components, and just like parts. Maybe accuracy can be definitely will give that more maybe quality, and more quality will definitely attract in more customers. Okay, so that is the generation. And what are the steps? Maybe just like we are following, analyzing the part print to get an overall picture of what is wanted. Make the recommendation to or consult with the product engineer on product design changes, right? And list the basic operations required to produce the part of drawings and specifications. Okay. Then other one is determine the most practical, economical manufacturing method, the form of tooling required for each operations, most practical and economical. It should be least cost and maybe effective tool. Okay. So we need to always just like concentrate, determine that maybe most practical aspect, practical tooling. Definitely it will reducing that maybe unnecessary expenses. So devise the best way to combine the operations and put them in sequence. Okay, the total operations we can able to divide it, maybe a division of work based on the similarities. So that similarity works can be just like say maybe quality department, like design department, the production department, and maintenance department or materials department, like that. Maybe we have different departments. Each department there it has their own controller, okay, who can controlling the things, and just like maybe see the system is run very smoothly. Okay, and devise the best way to combine the operations and put them in sequence. We are going to devise that maybe all the operations and find out that maybe a sequences. Based on the sequence, we can identify which is the best sequence, and based on that we can just like select it. Specify the gauging required for the process. We need to just like monitor the particular specifications and everything. And right, what is the responsibilities of production planning, process planning engineer? So this is also very important. So when process planning engineer is there, what is the responsibility? Interpretation of part print analysis and symbols. First thing is what is the component that you are going to produce, and interpretation of what is the part print we are going to be just like consider decided to manufacturing it. So that is part print analysis and symbols. We need to follow it and prepare that required charts. Gathering the fundamental details of the product design, type of rough work that we need to just like working, where we are going to be extend it or maybe stop down the rough working, and where we need to just like rough work more roughness in the picking surfaces. Okay, dimensional tolerance, what extended dimensional tolerance that we are, so that already we know that plus or minus, go gauges, no gauges, we are using that plus or minus. What is that? Maybe 0.01 millimeters in the LA. Maybe there is whole industrial scenario, like from our age onwards. Maybe the same thing also maybe continued still also. Okay, the few companies just like they can use that maybe specific tolerances like a 0.01, not mm cube, not mm cube. They're going to just like 0.01, 0.1 or 5.2.1. In that maybe just like go need to just like travel to the by buses, maybe to reach their point, right? Okay. So first of all, we need to maybe clean that total one, and we can able to solve that particularly. Uh, that particularly whatever you want, you can just like prepare it. Okay, and then production rate. What is the production rate that we can? Type of finishing of appearance, whatever rough surface finishing is required, maybe a normal finishing, high quality precision are required. That also maybe just like we need to consider. Okay, production rate, how many units we need to produce. Based on that, we need to follow it, maybe encouraging the people to just like involve to produce the expected targets. Okay. And production volume, what is the units that you are going to produce? You can just like totaling it and properly securing in that, maybe open stores. Okay, based on that we can just like plan. Scrap the losses, downtime and design changes. Scrap the losses means we can remove that, maybe what are the losses we have, and as well as maybe and general degree, maybe engineering level, we have a some people who are just like particularly involved in the product designs and something else. Okay. Downtime, just we can able to reducing the downtime, and design changes also we need to consider it. Okay. And recommending the design changes. Okay. The process engineer should always aim to process some changes in the given product design in the view of minimizing the cost. That is one aspect. And with the feedback from the customer also, they can suggest it. Okay. The selection of proper machinery. So we'll with allied tooling and base, because we know that earlierly, so we are using the conventional machines. The present, all the workstations are existing. We have a more number of CNC machines and maybe milling machines or drilling machines in the outside industries. They can able to just like face the people effectively. And that is also responsibility of maybe the design engineer. Okay. Process plan engineer. And selection of proper machinery with allied tooling, based on that we can use it. Okay. This is the general recommendations. Studying that maybe effects of the change in the existing tooling data. So these are the aspects we are going to just what are the main objectives of that, maybe products and service design. Okay. So and right, these are the general aspects which is concerned with the maybe first unit. Okay. And if you have any doubts, let me clarify. Otherwise, we can stop down.